For Jake Fitzpatrick.
We have Jake Fitzpatrick of Aquinas, three-time state place winner, a 2022 106-pound champion in a Division III, and a Brady Collins from East Troy, finishing third at state last year in Division II. Only 4 losses on his freshman campaign. But Collins, again, Jake, one of the more active wrestlers. As you and Nate would say, he's been in the streets this summer in terms of how active he's been with this off-season tournament. But we just saw Fitzpatrick about a month ago. You guys got to see him at the WI Wrestle Duels as well. And it seems like he's just firing on all cylinders at the moment.
Yes, looked great at King of the North. Took out Blake Underwood in dominant fashion. He's looked the best he's ever looked. And you can see the speed right away, the shots. Very efficient with how he finishes. And there's a quick 2. The legs go in. He's going to get the work on top here. But that's what we saw at King of the North, just wrestling through and just being powerful, finishing tough, not wasting a lot of time. And we're going to go out of bounds, a little scramble, and we're going to get a fresh restart. Red stays on top.
Love the movement there by Collins, just trying to get Fitzpatrick out of position. And you know, you got to have the motivation here because Fitzpatrick, he can wear you down on top. And not only that, but he can just pour on points in spades, Jake.
And there we see it. He's putting that boot in. See if we can't score some near fall here. And this is where you don't want to be if you're Collins, broken flat. He's able to scoot that leg out, though. He's going to run that tight bar. And he's going to stack him here. He's going to get some swipes here. Little bar half combo.
50 seconds to work here. Has both arms wound tightly.
And that is tight. A double arm bar. And he's got 43 seconds. That's tight.
Give credit to Collins, showing great fight. But Fitzpatrick still just able to settle back.
And wow, Collins able to get out of that. He gives up 3, but does not give up the fall. So that'll make it 5-0 for Fitzpatrick. Collins up to his feet. And a little reversal action here maybe. Gonna sit the corner here. He's got 15 to work with. Fitzpatrick looks pretty comfortable here as the final seconds wind down here in the first period.
Collins with the right idea, though, just has to unable to free that right leg. And Jake, we saw great work from Fitzpatrick on top, but you know, as a former coach, just as someone who loves what lessons the sport teaches you, that fight from Collins is going to be a moment that sticks with me for this event.
Yep, fighting off, never giving up. I mean, that was about as close as it gets, and he just finds a way to get out. And you're still right in this match. It's only 5-0. You got plenty of time, 4 minutes to work with. You just can't let that boot back in. He might be scooting a little bit here. That's where it gets a little sketchy at times when you're rolling around with a guy like Fitzpatrick. He's so good at snatching up bars in half, and he's got that bar half combo again.
And Collins had a couple moments of hip separation, but you can keep that hand-arm control like Fitzpatrick has. You almost let your opponent just almost move into a mistake, Jake. That's what we saw with that first double bar.
And there it is again. But Collins able to get out and get a reversal before he gives up any swipes, or he gives up a 2 count. So they'll make it 5-2 here.
So Jake, it's been a match that through the first half of this is Fitzpatrick has been in control of most of the time. But now, here we are, only a 3-point match. So Collins still very much in this. Question for him, how can he get points of his own, not including reversals, as Fitzpatrick with the stand-up attempt here and able to kick away to make it 6-2. Hey, if you're Collins, you know you can score on him. Can you do it on your feet is the big question for the East Troy sophomore.
Yeah, you got to do something soon here. You got short time in the second. You're down by 4. You got to put something together, but that's where Fitzpatrick makes his money. Big mat returns, runs the corner so effectively. And that was just some good, clean wrestling.
We're down under 5 seconds here in the second period. Collins made it a 5-2 match at 1 point, but Fitzpatrick, after an escape and a takedown, with a more manageable lead here, up 8-2. We have Randy Dusing talking to an official.
Next choice, he's going downtown.
And I think we just double checking on the score. Looks like it is 10-2, Jake.
I did award those 2 near fall.
So Fitzpatrick in major territory right now, up 11-2. This is kind of the territory that I think a lot of folks who made picks had this match pegged at, but give credit to Collins, still fighting, but now Fitzpatrick starting to open things up now with another takedown here, 13-2 lead. That's with his strength, just really wears on people. We're talking about wrestling 120. He benches over 250 pounds, squats 315.
Insane. And it'll be interesting here. The winner takes on Koji, so 2 very dynamic wrestlers. And Fitzpatrick is, as you can see, he's strong, quick, and that's going to match up really well against Koji.
1 minute remaining here in the third period.
Got 54 left here in the third.
Patrick looking for that far arm. The legs in it. Pace of the match has slowed down a little bit here. Fitzpatrick with an 11-point lead. Still looking to pick up some near fall. Great switch off to a half.
Short time, 20 seconds.
Collins still staying active on bottom. You'll love to see it. The result of the match, barring a pin, not in question. But Collins still just looking to wrestle a full 6-minute match, and Jake towing the line against someone like Fitzpatrick at an event like this. This is what makes you better in the long run. And
Yes.
Collins has a lot to learn from this event. He's definitely going to take that.
And shout out to Collins stepping in on late notice. Shot him a text a couple days ago, and he said, "Oh, I'll scrap it." And I said, shout out to him taking the match. But Fitzpatrick gets the job done in match number 3. 13-2, and he's going to set the main event will be Koji Campbell.